Welcome to Running with Scissors, where you'll learn a few hair tips and tricks and hear heartfelt and comical stories from behind the chair. Hi, welcome. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Megan. Hello.
Hello, welcome.
So I feel like we just need to address something really quick.
Sounds good.
Jordan brought Stan with her today.
Mm-hmm.
We just learned what Stan is.
Stan the man. Or the only man that I need in my life, a.k.a. the Stanley Cup.
I like it. Yeah, that good old Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I don't care. Whoever wants to judge me about my Stanley Cup being my man is fine. I don't care. He's always with me, okay?
Mine's in the car, but yeah, I didn't bring it in with me today, which normally it is on me, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I totally talk smack about those like Stanley Cup purses, but I actually think we might need them.
Right? Or like the little fanny pack that comes on it where you can put like your credit cards in it and your money.
That would be kind of incredible to be
Maybe
totally
that's what
honest.
we need for Disney. Could you imagine our Stanley purses?
We are those basic white moms.
I don't want to be, but here we are.
Here we are. I've been fighting
but maybe
the
we're
basic
the cool
white girl war my whole life, and I think I have ended up liking all of it.
Okay, but maybe we're like
secretly.
a step above it because we're covered in tattoos and we're cooler than that.
Okay, so we're like the alternative
bacon.
Bacon. Okay. Wait. We're the basic alternative white girls.
Sure.
Whatever. Either way.
Yeah,
we're the step above, whatever that is.
Yeah.
I like it. So, where do you want to start?
Oh, I do have an update for our listeners.
Okay.
I'm so glad. I forgot my bullet points listener today, so I'm kind of just winging it.
Everything's fine.
Anywho, I do have an update.
Yes.
So from the first episode where I shared my story about my coffee hitting my espresso.
Oh, shit, y'all. Did you hear that? She said it right.
Anywho, so that client just came in not that long ago. And she's older, ish. And she had sat down in our like waiting area, like chairs. And I said, okay, you can come on over. And so she proceeds to stand up and walk over to my chair. And she let out a little toot on her way over to my chair. And I was like, oh my God, she got me back.
Oh, now you're even. I love this so much.
Yes. And bless her heart, like, I don't even know if she realized that it had happened. Part of me feels like she did because I feel like she immediately like brought up my shoes.
Oh, like she needed to just quickly change the subject. Like avert your ears, but eyes at the same time.
Sure.
Avert your senses.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe that was coincidence, but I was like, my shoes, why are you... What?
Thanks. I love them too.
Yes. Anyways, so that's a fun little update.
I love that
for the listener.
That was a good one. That was great.
Yes.
Okay, so our product highlight this week, listener, is Hydro Rush.
Yes. And we're going to talk about all the options that come within this
collection.
Yes, Amika collection. It is the blue bottles. If you are familiar with the Amika bottles, it's the blue bottles that you see on the shelves.
So let me list the ones specifically that we are discussing today.
Yes.
We are discussing Intense Moisture Shampoo and Conditioner, Water Sign. It is a hydrating hair oil, Intense Moisture Hair Mask with hyaluronic acid, Intense Moisture Leave-In Conditioner, Dream Routine, and Overnight Hydrating Hair Mask. That is the Hydro Rush collection. Moving on. Would you like to say anything?
I love this line. I personally use the shampoo and conditioner at home. I have I have natural wavy frizzy hair. And now that I'm getting more gray, those hairs just frizz out even more, you know?
Yeah.
So I personally love the moisture line for my hair, and I have noticed a huge difference.
Would you like to make the connection between frizz and lack of moisture?
Well, yeah, when your hair's frizzy, your hair cuticles just open, and it's almost like it's crying out for moisture.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like I tell clients about that and they don't know that. So I feel like
fair,
I feel like that was a great little lesson to teach our listener. Anyways, go ahead.
That if your hair is, look, I like how I kind of said that too. Like if it's standing out, it's kind of like screaming at the top of your head, like, give me some moisture.
Help
me.
Yes, I love it.
Yes. So the line also has a blue-green algae in it.
Yes. Would you like me to read off all of the ingredients?
Sure.
Or can I discuss a few things about it first?
Yeah.
Okay, so my daughter has curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
I love it for myself, but honestly, my hair is flat and straight and sad. So I don't really need a whole lot of moisture, and it actually can be a little heavier on my hair sometimes unless I'm blonde or have lighter pieces. So for me, if my hair is in good condition, this is too much for me. So I'm hoping that helps anybody who might be using it that feels like it's heavy. It's because you don't need it.
Right.
That's why.
So yes, I would say if you struggle with frizz, if you are a extreme blonde, curly hair, wavy hair, if you struggle with frizz, and here's the thing is I think sometimes people think they struggle with frizz, but they don't always struggle with frizz.
That's breakage or baby hairs or...
But if you have any kind of natural texture in your hair, you probably could benefit from this line.
From moisture.
Yep.
I do not. So my daughter has curly hair. So this is where I was going. And there is hyaluronic acid in the shampoo and conditioner and almost the entire line. I have found that it has actually helped my daughter's curls come back.
Yes.
As well as I just see it just really revitalized her hair. I don't even know how to describe it other than it's really helped her curls pop back from being in chlorine a lot and growing her hair out. This kid refuses to let me cut it. And I'm literally like, I'm a hairdresser. I'm explaining to you why we should cut it and you still won't let me. Either way, it's fine.
My kids are the same way, so it's fine.
Oh, it's so painful. Anyways, but hyaluronic acid, there's something about it for hair, for sure.
Well, I was going to, fun fact, while we're talking about that ingredient, it helps plump up the hair and it helps attract like moisture in the air around you to your hair. Like that's what it does.
It's such neat technology.
Yes.
And I am so glad that we decided to take this ingredient that actually is naturally derived from our skin. Like we actually have it in our skin or found in our skin.
You'll also find coconut water in this line. And then, of course, the sea buckthorn that we talked about, I think at the beginning, talking about how they could sometimes discolor the Amika products. Yeah. And it's a superfruit, and it has just a ton of vitamins.
Yeah, it has vitamin A,
fatty acid,
and fatty and amino acids in them.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, I guess you named them all, didn't you? Other than squalane, which...
Yes, I probably was avoiding that ingredient because I didn't want the listener to have to hear how I'd probably say it.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I had to call my mom to find out how to say this word.
Oh my gosh.
So I called my mom and I was just like, I spelled it to her and I was like, how do you think you say that? Because my mom has read my whole life. My mom is an avid reader, and I just feel like she's always the one that if you see a weird word, she knows how to say it. And I don't, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to ask her. Well, she said squalane. Well, then she did find a YouTube video on how to spell it or pronounce it. I'm so sorry. How to pronounce it. And since I was running behind because of traffic, never actually got to listen to the YouTube video.
It's
so
fine.
Sorry, Mom, if I'm not saying this right. And your efforts are not unseen. Anyways, thank you, Mom. Squalane is how we're going to act like we know how to say it. Anyways, it is proven to help protect against dehydration and restore lipid barriers.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's the definition I have found.
Yes. I will say the water sign oil, a little bit goes a long way.
A little bit goes a long way. Like literally a little bit goes a long way.
Probably even more than a little bit of what you think. Like a teeny tiny amount goes a long way.
Like honestly, when I tell my clients about it, I tell them start with literally a half pump.
Yes.
Start there. I mean, wet or dry. Either way, start with a half a pump, build there. And then just keep adding a half a pump. Mm-hmm. Attempt not to get too much because truly too much is just a mess. It's a disaster. You're going to have to rewash your hair.
Yes.
So.
But I do love it.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
It can be used in the wet or the dry.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. You probably will want to focus more on like your ends, mid-length ends. Yeah, it's a great oil.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And I will say, like, you have a frizzy day, that's, and your hair's dry, you have a frizzy day, that's a great product to just put, and start little, remember, start little, but it is still a great product to put on dry, just to help smooth those ends back out if you're not planning on washing and blow drying your hair.
Yes. My next favorite is the overnight hydration treatment.
The dream routine.
Yes.
That is my favorite as well. And I even love that this is a hairdresser tip. Most of our listeners might not care, but I used it all of prom and I loved the way it helped finish out the look. Like it's rather than using an oil, and some of these girls have, they're going through puberty. They don't need oil in their hair. Like it's just going to make them even greasier. So I thought using the dream routine for, with their dry hair to just help smooth some of those ends out really did a good job.
Yeah, your prom hair looks really good.
Thanks.
Yes. It is a silicone free. I feel like people ask that a lot.
Yes.
This is a mask that you don't rinse out.
And you can put it in wet or dry.
Yes.
I put it in regularly.
Same.
At least twice a week in my dry hair.
Yep.
Same. I don't typically put it in wet. I just usually put it in dry. Not that I can think of. I'm sure I have put it in wet.
I think I've put mine in wet before.
Yeah. I put it in wet at the salon and blow dried it in. So I know you can put it in wet. I just specifically have not. It is also amazing for extensions.
Yes.
Our extension clients.
And what this product does is it boosts moisture for 72 hours. So it's just going to, especially for those that don't wash their hair every day, it's also something good to keep in there to help with locking in your moisture, to help with your frizz and all of that too.
Yeah. So rather than losing moisture over time, like most people do, you would retain it and your hair would be softer and less frizzy for longer. So.
Yes. This would be a good product for summertime.
Yes. Oh, it's a good product for summertime.
Yes.
And also, fun fact, as you've heard already, I use this whole line on my child. She is 7 years old. It's amazing. My curly-headed kid loves this stuff. She also thinks it's just so fun to use the hair masks like mommy. So yeah, we don't let her use them. Mommy puts them in because they are nice hair products, but they just do so well in her hair.
Absolutely.
So anyways, yeah, we love them at our house.
Yep, same. We use it at ours too.
Yeah.
Along with some other products that I'm sure we'll eventually get to that we also will share.
Of course, yeah.
Because all of Amika is amazing. So
Yes.
Let's see. Shampoo and conditioner.
Oh yes, we had
The
shampoo and
oil.
conditioner, oil.
There is a conditioning mask
Yep, the
that
hair
is
mask.
a washout that is different than the overnight mask that we just talked about.
Yes, but they are really great coupled together. So if you are really lacking moisture, those two could be really great for helping restore it. Well, this whole line. I mean, truly the whole line can help restore any of it. So even if you just, bought the shampoo and conditioner rather than the entire line, you're going to see a huge difference.
Absolutely.
So,
and I feel we have also had a lot of clients ask how to get some of their natural texture back in their hair and giving your hair what it needs so that moisture will help with getting that natural texture back.
Yes, 100%. Because a lot of the reasons why we've lost our natural texture is due to typically lack of moisture, which is environmental, bleaching the living daylights out of it, flat ironing the living daylights out of it, smoothing the living daylights out of it. With
anything
the blow
to
dryer.
interrupt your natural texture is gonna be an issue.
Period.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, I would like to point out that because you're adding in moisture to your hair and your hair is not going to be as brittle and dry as it has prior to using any part of the collection, whether it be one part or all of it, it reduces breakage by 50%.
Oh, yes. That is
just a fun little tidbit.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Hydro Rush, one of the best Amika lines that has ever come out, that Amika has ever come out with. It is almost good for everyone's hair. I will say, like we've said, if you ain't lacking moisture, just don't get it.
There's another line from Amika or another collection from Amika that is good for you that we will touch on.
Well, Normcore. We've actually already started talking about one of them anyway.
Yes.
And that is Normcore. And I love Normcore for myself. Mm-hmm. It is not too heavy, perfect. So if you find that Hydro Rush is too heavy, try Normcore.
Yep.
And
I feel like all Amika shampoo and conditioners are still moisturizing.
Yes. I mean, remember,
regardless,
we talked about the shea butter and the Normcore conditioner.
Yep.
Ooh, it's good stuff.
Yep. So there's just different levels of moisture.
Yep. Absolutely. So, anything else before I
don't think so. If you have any questions about this line or want to know if you would be somebody that would benefit from this line, feel free to reach out or ask at your next appointment if you are a client.
Yes. And I will add a link to our show notes or description of this show for you to purchase and look up some of the ingredients yourself. Check out the words that we're using and whatnot.
Yes.
Anyways, so there you are with our product highlight for the episode.
Yes.
Would you like to tell us why you feel like you've been running with scissors for the past 2 weeks? Or would you prefer that I start? Which one?
Oh, I don't care.
I didn't know if you were ready.
No, I am.
You're ready?
I think for me, parenting, I'm just going to say it.
Okay. Yeah.
First off, I love my children.
Yes.
Love them with my whole heart.
Yes.
And they know that. But I'm at a stage with parenting for Tinley. And I always say, and you've heard me say this, that Tinley is the inner child that I'm having to reparent for myself. So sometimes I'm like, okay, what does 7-year-old Megan need in this moment? But it's really hard, really hard. But we're in this stage
But you do a great job at it, to be totally clear here,
thank
okay?
you. I just feel like we're at this stage where they know everything and everything is no. And there's just this attitude. Like, I don't even know what teenage years are going to look like if we're already here.
I'm scared as fuck, man. I am legitimately scared as fuck.
It's hard because you and I parent similarly, where we're very open about our feelings and we talk about our feelings. We want our kids to communicate with us if we do something wrong or, why they're upset. We just want to talk about it. Yeah. And
don't get me wrong, listener. We are not gentle parenters necessarily. We just like to explain things.
Right.
Just don't judge us about our parenting style, period, end of story. Thank you very much.
I don't care. People can judge me on it, but...
Yeah, or just fuck off. Anyways, go ahead.
I don't know how to handle this just argumentative of knowing everything. Mm-hmm. Like last night, she threw a marker because she got frustrated. Mm-hmm. The lid was on it. Mm-hmm. And I get you're frustrated and you have some feelings. But like she throws this marker and I'm like, girl, why are we throwing markers across the house? Right. I didn't throw it. Okay. I just watched you and then tell me how that brown marker got across the room, So just things like that, or that she knows everything.
Yeah. This is the worst stage of like my kid is like, no, mom, that's not it. And I'm like, I have lived on this earth for like 26 years longer than you. I swear to God, you're not going to make it to tomorrow if you tell me that again.
And I always say, like, I don't even know everything.
Right.
I'm still learning.
100%.
I don't know that we'll live our whole life knowing everything.
Right.
I mean, for sure, we're not going to. There's a lot of unknowns in this world.
Absolutely.
So...
too many sometimes.
But I'm like, how do you get that through your 7-year-old's brain of like, you don't know everything. And it's okay for me as your mom to tell you that is the wrong, case. Yeah. And that you don't know everything, but then wants to argue that they do know everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then we try not to lose our minds.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't either. I'm with you on this. And honestly, my running with scissors story is about my daughter and this era of knowing everything and feeling like we're so grown. Like, I can't handle it. But what's been making me feel this way is Eve has discovered bras. Mm-hmm. I don't know where, I don't know who, how, or what, but we have them. I mean, I know who bought them for her, Moya. I'm staring at the mic like it's you, Mom, for the record. I mean, it is so cute because she loves it.
They do make them in their sizes, like little sports bra, like training bra things. So, and they are cute.
Yeah, but it has made me late to so many things because this kid doesn't need bras, but she forgets to put them on, right? Because she doesn't need them, right? And so then we're like walking out the door to get in the car and she's like, oh no, Mom, I forgot my bra. And I'm like, if you had boobs, it would be a bigger problem. Get in the fucking car. Let's go home or let's go. Like, we gotta go.
You're like, me too, Eve. I forgot my bra too. It's fine. It's fine.
To be fair, I didn't say fucking to my kid, everybody. But yes, like I'm like, and then she just starts this meltdown of she has to wear one. And I'm like, but you don't. You actually don't need it, baby. You actually are okay. Well, then I'm like, fine. I'll run in and get it, though. You can put your bra on in the backseat of the car, okay? I can't handle it. How do you explain to somebody that my 7-year-old felt like she needed a bra? So this is why we're late.
Yeah, It's a challenge.
Yes. But she thinks
Hi, sorry we're late. Eve forgot her bra.
Yeah. My 7-year-old who has nothing needed her bra on. Like, but yet, okay, but this is where it correlates with your story is that she thinks she needs one so bad. And like, she thinks she's absolutely right. And because Moya bought them for her, she needs them. Moya, do you hear how you're a problem right now?
Moya is not the problem.
No, never, 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 never. Well, then my step-grandmother bought her more, but this time with the padding in the sports bra. And I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
I'm going to take this padding out before she sees there's padding in it. Right? I didn't, but everything's fine.
We'll get through it. We will get through it.
But this stage is fascinating. And actually, somebody the other day, because she just turned 7 on May 1st. So somebody just the other day said, good luck, 7's a hard year. And I was like, what? I've never heard this. Like, I almost stopped her.
Me neither.
Wait a minute, you better explain yourself, lady. You don't just
Come
scare
back
me.
here.
Yeah. And, well, I didn't chase after her. I felt it was inappropriate. So
probably.
I don't really know, but I think we're talking about it. I think this is what's happening. I think this is the terror of 7 is that they think they know everything.
I'm halfway there. So
I just started. This sucks.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to Running with Scissors.
Yeah. There it is.
Year 7.
Yeah. Year 7 of
but
trying
hey,
to stay
don't worry.
sane.
I have to do it again.
You do. Yeah, what the fucked up part is I want to do it again.
Right. Because we'll look back on this and we'll be like, oh, that was nothing.
Yeah, when our kids are 18 and, I don't know, just being true hellions and then could get arrested, like maybe then we'll look back on 7 and be like, seriously, we were worried about
because they wanted
7.
to say they knew this.
Yeah, because they wanted to wear a fucking bra to dinner. Mm-hmm. You're right. These are not problems. Mm-hmm. They're just acting their age. Right. That is something that I will always hold near and dear to my heart. My Evie's grandmother, my ex-mother-in-law, always told me when I would get frustrated with Evie that she's just acting her age. And it just made it feel so much better in that moment. It made me feel so much less it just made me feel like I must be doing something right. Yeah. This isn't a bad parenting moment. This is a 3-year-old, or this is a 4-year-old, or this is a 7-year-old. This is just how they act. Yeah. So,
and there's something with every stage.
Yeah,
and they have big feelings too.
They do.
So try to give them grace, which I feel like both of us do.
Yeah, I was literally being dramatic with our receptionist today or she's not a receptionist. Oh my God! Don't tell her I told her that, or I called her that. She's our building manager, so she absolutely does not deserve to be called a receptionist. Right. She's way more than this. Oh shoot, where was I going with that? What did you say right before that? Here's our first ADHD moment on air.
I think it's because there's pressure.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I know.
Anyways.
Yeah, either way. What was it about?
We'll get through this stage.
Yes, we will.
We will get through this stage.
It's going to be so good. So what we were talking about was that I texted Stella and I was like, I have a huge favor to ask of you. And it really isn't that big of a favor. And I realized after I sent it and then her response that came back that I made it seem almost like urgent. Oh. And it wasn't. And then I texted her back and I'm like, I am so dramatic and I am so sorry. And then it dawns on me, oh my God, this is where my kid gets this from, is I am dramatic. And I don't always like to admit this to myself, but here we are. I had a moment where I realized it today. Anyways, there it is. There's that story.
I mean, your daughter is 100% you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, everything's fine.
Yes. Being dramatic does not define you.
No, it does not. Thank you for that validation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick too, we are going to share all of the inquiries
Yes.
that we got for what we should name the box.
Yes.
We're going to put those on our Instagram page and feel free to comment on your favorite.
Yes.
And next episode, we will release the name of the box.
Release it.
And also don't forget to share any stories that you may have that you would like to be shared.
Yeah.
And it can be anonymous. We don't have to say any names. So
Nope. It can be totally anonymous.
yeah. All righty.
All right.
Well, thanks for listening today. And we'll look forward to the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining. If you like our podcast, leave a review on whatever platform you're listening on. If you're a client, you'll get 20% off your next appointment if you do leave a review. Don't forget to follow on Instagram at Running with Scissors OKC. This podcast is brought to you by Possibilities Podcast Platform.